Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of the Petty and Ill-Informed podcast, where we venture our petty and ill-informed opinions about a variety of subjects. Joining me, Nikki. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Oh.
Have you had a good week?
I have. I've had a better. Sorry about all the yelling in the background. Wow, I've had a pretty good week. It was all right. I've had a better day. I've spent the last 6 hours cleaning, and you can make fun of me all you want to because the progress for an OCD person is not good at first, but when it gets finished, it'll be brilliant.
Okay, I'm just going to pause the video for a second because I want chat to see what we're dealing with here.
No, absolutely not. No. Okay, hold on. I have to tell the story. All right.
Right, tell the story first, but I'm going to show them the before and after picture.
The story is I had like 3 laundry baskets full of clothes, and they all got thrown onto the bed. So that's what I was starting out with. Well, I was like, I can take care of all of these right now and get them out of the way, or I could just do a deep clean today. And so I took everything out of all of my dressers, tossed it on the bed. I took everything out of my my closet, and I got rid of like bags of clothes that I was just like, have I worn this in 6 months? No. And threw it away. Just, usually there's some kind of sentimentality for me, but no, I rearranged everything. So the mess on the bed got bigger before it got smaller. So
this is so for context, Nikki messaged me earlier and said she was cleaning a room, and she sent me this picture and said it was the before picture, and then afterwards she sent me this next picture.
No, that was not an after. You asked how it looked now, and it wasn't quite done.
And this is the after picture. So
this
that's
is not
before.
The after picture.
That's before. This
That's
is after.
Work in progress.
Before.
Okay?
After. This is what she legit said. This is before she cleaned her room. This is after.
No,
now we can see the addition of a cat here.
That is not what happened. You asked me. I said
before,
I was cleaning my room,
after.
And I showed you what
and
it
we can
looked
see
like.
behind here these shelves here. They remain largely exactly the same. So before she started cleaning, after she finished cleaning, just so everyone's aware of what the situation is. Before she started cleaning, after she started cleaning.
Yeah, no, that's not what happened at all. The conversation was, this was my room when I started, and you were like, what does it look like now? I didn't say it was done. I sent it to you, and I said I wasn't finished yet. And actually, and I sent him a third picture, and I said, at least my side of the bed is cleared off. I still have to do the other side, and I need to clean up my sideboards. But I legitimately reorganized my entire bedroom. So
exactly, Gabby.
It's
she
gonna
had
be
to make
beautiful
room for the cat. That's what she meant when she said she was cleaning.
Thank you, Gabby. She said, right, he doesn't share the vision. He has a third picture of it looking a lot better. I mean, it doesn't look great. It's never going to look great because I use a U-shaped body pillow. So it's always going to look lumpy. My bed is whatever. But yeah, I'm not done yet. I still probably have another 5 or 6 hours because when I start cleaning it becomes like a toothbrush to the baseboards kind of situation. I've legitimately spent 8 hours on a bathroom before that didn't really have. It wasn't a big bathroom.
I'd love to see the before and after pictures.
You know what? Fuck your face, my guy. So I have an idea for the show tonight.
Okay, I'm listening.
What is this boogie thing? Tell me about it.
Well, the Boogie2988 drama.
Yeah.
Okay. So
as someone who has no idea what's going on, I've never heard of this before.
How could you not have heard it, man? It's
I
like
don't know.
it's all over my recommended. But then I watch a lot of local channels, so it would make
Yeah.
sense.
And I haven't watched a lot of that in quite some time. That hasn't been my jam for about 6 months to a year.
So basically, in the local world, for the past 2 weeks, it's all been about Chris Chan, right? Chris Chan got
Right.
out of jail, came back to the internet. He's now
Mhm.
referring to himself as
MC's
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And that's all the locals have been talking about. All the local channels have been talking about. Then the documentary dropped. Now, Boogie2988, who is a former, rather successful creator on this platform, one of the original OG YouTubers who used to, he had this character called Francis, who was basically a fat nerd and always just doing neckbeardy nerd stuff. And I watched a few Francis videos back in the day. I'm not going to lie, I found him extremely funny. I didn't know it was a character at first. I thought that it was legitimately, because the internet is full of cringe. I thought it was legitimately someone uploading this on purpose. But no, this was just a character that Boogie was portraying. And it was, he got really famous off it. He has 4 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. He
Mhm.
used to get millions of views. He was once named YouTuber of the Year. He had a
Mhm.
pretty successful career.
Right.
And then it all went wrong. It went wrong because basically he was pretending to be this really nice dude, and
Uh-huh.
he is
A
really
shithead.
he's a manipulative, compulsive liar with no impulse control.
Got you.
So he crashed and burned on the platform when he started live streaming, and people were able to see, he wasn't who he said he was, which
Mhm.
unfortunate. I like I said, I did like his videos back in the day, and you never want to see people that you like fall, but he went from being a extremely famous creator on this platform to a lolcow, arguing on Twitter, getting hardly any views, people making fun of him. He's got a mega thread on Reddit where someone pointed out everything he's ever done wrong. Just standard
Yeah.
lolcow stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What lolcal and Reddit do?
And that's basically been his life now for I don't know, since 2017 or 2018 is
Uh-huh.
when he fell off, and he's been trying everything to get back to where he was before. And he worked with this documentarian named Mike Klum, and I will be linking the documentary since we brought it up in the description. Since it's a really good documentary, and it's only an hour long. Everyone should watch it. It's really well edited. It's really well put together, and it tells a very good story. Now, Buggy thought this would be good for his career. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, during this documentary, he let slip. Um, well, wait, I've missed a bit. One of his big things is he still owes money on his mortgage, and he's always e-begging for donations to help pay off his mortgage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's been a big part of his quote unquote brand for a few years. Now, during the documentary, he
Mhm.
gave the documentarian full access to his financials for, I don't know, whatever reason. And it came out that in 2018 or 2017, he made $500,000.
Mhm.
And on top of that, he let slip that he'd spent the majority of his money on ladies of the night.
Wait, I think I know this story, maybe mildly. I think I've heard it in passing.
Yeah, 200 grand over 3 years on
Damn.
prostitutes. So, suffice to say that a few people that had donated to him were a little peeved to learn this. As, anyone anyone would imagine.
If I'm giving money to a neckbeard, I kind of know where it's going.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's why, I don't understand who these people are that give money to Chris Chan, to Darkside Phil, to Boogie. I don't know who these people are, but I just don't get it. Why? But yeah, and so that happened. And obviously, Boogie took a bit of flack for the documentary. And then for whatever reason, he started to he got into an argument with another YouTuber called Mudahar, who runs the Some Ordinary Gamers channel. I'm not actually a big fan of that channel. I don't watch it a lot. Yeah. Not to say he does bad work or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I've never watched it much. I'm aware of its existence. But he gets into an argument with this Mudahar guy and starts texting this guy's wife when the guy won't respond to him, which I just think is a bit messed up.
Yeah. Don't bring in the family.
Yeah, that's just right. Now, the funny part is, all of this is going on, and Keemstar, you know who Keemstar is. Everyone knows who Keemstar is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. He, for the longest time, has been trying to organise a lolcow podcast because, there's no flies on him. He'd charged them rent. He's well aware that these cows have a huge following of trolls, and he's been trying to monetize that for some time, which, fair play to him is what I say. He's a really good businessman. So he's set up this lolcow podcast. The first episode dropped last week. It's Wings of Redemption, Boogie2988, and Tommy C. And the first episode was pretty good. I listened to it. I enjoyed it. But the crux of this whole drama was he didn't discuss any of this drama on that podcast. He went to a completely separate podcast and gave the tea to that podcast. And Keemstar was a little bit pissed off about this.
Yeah, pissed off.
To the point where Boogie ended up getting sacked from his podcast. Some people are saying that it's just made up drama trying to stir up controversy. And I want to believe that. But as it stands right now, Boogie has been fired from, a podcast that was made specifically with him in mind. So it's all over my recommended feed. It's a nice break from the Chris Chan stuff because I know Chris Chan is the OG lolcow, but how many times? Yeah, how many times can you beat that dead horse before it gets a little bit boring? I mean,
and okay, then he has to rape it. Sorry, rape jokes aren't funny. We're PC here.
But yeah, he's that. But I find him very boring, to be honest. So it's nice that there's some other cow drama going down, and it's all Boogie2988. But yeah, I highly recommend everybody go watch the documentary. I'm going to put the link to that documentary in the description, and yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, I've been staying on top of the 8 Passengers drama, and there's been nothing for several weeks, and it's legitimately making me sad.
Why is it making you sad?
I want to know what more is going on because the situation looks like it's gonna it has the possibility of blowing up to be a very big situation as far as like abuse of children within the cult. So, yep.
Yeah.
I just want to know what more is going on. Like, and I also like there's so much of that situation. I don't know if anybody knows about it. 8 Passengers is a family vlog, and they just recently, the mother got in trouble because their son escaped his bondage and fled out of a window and went to a neighbor's house. And he was emaciated and had duct tape and a lot of wounds and stuff. But she's been showing signs of starving her children and stuff like that for years. If you want to see a good documentary on that, Swoop has one. But that's what Swoop does. She does a lot of true crime stories and a lot of like, you know, YouTuber stories like downfalls and stuff like that. Like the chick that just got finished doing the whole banjo, or not banjo, the ukulele apology, Colleen Ballinger. She actually had a lot of exclusive interviews with those people. Not that I know much about it, because I don't really, I mean, I know the main parts, but I don't care enough to watch someone talk on a podcast for 2 hours about it. Yeah, I don't know how he doesn't know Swoop. Gabby says, you don't know Swoop?
No, I don't know Swoop.
Swoop
There's a lot of documentary. There's a lot of YouTubers.
That's true. Swoop is actually she's been on the news and stuff. She does a really good job. Her documentaries are pretty great. I do appreciate them. And then I've also been, you know, sticking McKamey Maynor has new news. And so I've been watching very closely because the hard drive has been recovered. It has been shown to law enforcement. And so Ben will be releasing the hard drive from McKamey Maynor once he gets the okay from law enforcement, because, you know, you can't show stuff like that because it could affect the case. And also he wants to get approval from the people that were running, because apparently some really horrible shit happened and he doesn't want to just show that. Like apparently one of the girls ended up passing out for a couple of hours and she has no idea what happened in those couple of hours.
Oof.
So
it's not something you ever want to hear where women are concerned.
Exactly. So you know, so they have the hard drive, and I'll probably ask to do a show on it once we have more information. But the whole deal has been absolutely hysterical how he went about it. He basically trolled. He basically trolled Russ into giving up on a lot of stuff. I think you would appreciate it.
What did he do?
So you know how Russ apparently supposedly has 20,000 people on his waiting list, which is a total lie. And I said that when we did the show like 3 years ago or whenever I did that show. So
waiting list for what? Isn't he working out of his backyard?
Yeah, I mean he works in fucking Walmart. So Ben wanted to call attention to it, and basically he went through and there's a part of the contract that says basically that Russ is supposed to have, you know, he'll get you pizza afterwards. Well, Russ wouldn't get him pizza because he was kind of a pain in the ass. Well, he was like, well, since you won't have pizza with me, I'm gonna send in one of my people to go through every week, and you're not going to know, because supposedly you have 20,000 people that want to go through. You're not going to know who's one of my people and who's really wanting to go through the experience. And so he kept sending people to fuck with them. And then like one of the guys, he gets finished with the tour, you know, he's thrown out because he's not being any fun. Like literally Russ turns the camera to himself and he's like, this just isn't fun. It's just, you know, because the guy's able to do everything Russ wants him to. He's not complaining. He's totally fine. And Russ can't get him to break. So it's not fun. He throws him out. Well, he has to call an Uber to come pick him up. Well, who comes and picks him up? Ben. He's the Uber driver. And then they order a pizza, and one of the other guys that were undercover that went through the manor and got kicked out shows up with the pizza to try to get, you know, they also, like, he makes you print out your own version of the contract now. So they were changing the contract and then printing it out so that, you know, he's now contractually obligated to have pizza with them. They also bought the name McKamey Maynor. So they now
Nice.
have the copyright for Russ's own business.
That's genius. I'm a big fan of that.
Oh no, yeah. So they just kept hounding him until finally he got on camera and took a bite of pizza and was like, "Here's to you guys." But yeah, I'm super excited about that development. I hope that man goes to prison very, very soon.
So, what do you think's on the hard drive?
Um,
Best case scenario.
Best case scenario,
Yeah.
just proof of him basically literally torturing people, waterboarding them, like the whole nine of the worst kind of stuff that will get you, put in prison towards
Yeah.
someone. Probably false, like kidnapping, because once you say your safety word and they don't stop, it's now false imprisonment. um so they can get him for kidnapping, false imprisonment, assault, definitely battery. I think those are the best case scenarios. Worst case scenarios is you don't know what he did in those 2 hours. Like, it wouldn't surprise me because all of those things, the videos on the hard drive are absolutely Russ's personal spank bank, you know, and that was a
East.
lost hard drive. So I wouldn't be surprised if he assaulted um
You think he's
someone.
capable of that?
Yeah, absolutely. You should hear his exes talk.
What have they got to say?
That he was manipulative, gaslighty, rapey, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Yeah. So it's very possible, like, who the hell knows what he's actually been up to and what is on those hard drives. Like, I really honestly hope that, Laura Brotherton's video comes out and Crystal Marie Grops comes out. Like, she's basically disappeared from the face of the earth. I haven't seen her on any sort of social media since about 6 months to a year after she went on her tour. So there's several people's videos I hope that they find and are able to bring justice to them, because those two women, and there are several more, but those are the two that really stick out to me. Those are the two that I saw and went, something is horribly wrong.
Crystal's the one of the photos you showed me.
Yeah, Crystal is the one that looks very much like, is it Margot Robbie, the one that plays Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
Yeah, her, and her face is so swollen you wouldn't be able to recognize her. Yeah. And Laura's the other one that I have pictures of her underneath the dirt. It's so funny that some of the screenshots that they have, I'm wondering if they got from me, because I watched the Hulu documentary that came out, and I'm wondering if they got some of them from me, like from websites where I posted them, or people that I've talked to provide with. So I'm not sure, but I have the exact same screenshots that I took when it happened as what was on the documentary. So someone else was right along with me going, this is fucked up, something's wrong.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got good instincts. So, but then again, Russ McCamey is your Matthew Johnson, isn't he? He's your arch
Absolutely.
nemesis.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that man. I want him to go to prison for a long, 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 long time.
And it's the same basic process, you know. They both wanted to create cults.
Yeah, I don't know if Russ wanted to create a cult, but I think that he found that it was forming and went with it and thought it was really cool. And so he just was like, yep, this is what I'm doing now. I'm going to embrace it.
If you're going to break the law, you want a cult, because cultists will protect you with their dying breath.
That's very true. I'm following a few YouTube channels that are like beginning cults, and I'm super excited for seeing what they develop into in the future. Like, because I can already see that it's a cult. Like, to me, very clearly, it's a cult. Well, they're cults. There's several of them, but I just follow them because I'm like, how far are these going to go?
So, you brought up 8 Passengers earlier, and I'm a big advocate that family vlog channels should not be allowed.
I agree.
I think it's got to be against child labor laws.
Yeah, it's absolutely exploitation of your children. No one, and the weird thing is, like, no one watching those vlogs. I don't know. It's either women or pedophiles. Like, they're not interested in the parents. Like, you're very much exploiting your children, and then most of the time, that money is not given to those children. Also, how terrifying is it to know that every moment, every embarrassing second of your life is going to be put somewhere forever?
Maybe those kids don't want to be on camera.
I mean, that was the thing with Ruby Frankie and 8 Passengers. How many times did she force them to talk about stuff on the camera when they physically said, I don't want to?
Yeah.
All the time. She thought it was funny, and now, people are like so surprised she was abusive. When I found out, I was like, oh yeah, we fucking knew that was going on. It was just a matter of time. It was just really sad that it took that long.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. The internet is really hard to prove crimes.
Yeah. But I mean, like, CPS was called multiple times, and I think, honestly, just, I don't know, maybe just as a human being that has feelings, I think that she should have gotten those kids taken away from her for some of the stuff that was just publicly posted. You're not feeding your kids. They lost the privilege, quote unquote, to eat. That's not a privilege. That's literally your job as a parent, is to feed your kids.
That's a right. That's not a privilege.
That's right.
I don't know what your deal is, Gabby. This is Hard Space Shipbreaker, literally one of the best games ever created. Sorry, she was mouthing off in the chat.
Yeah, I see her. I did not kiss any Blarney Stone in Ireland, but I did sit on a wishing chair. Sorry, that was Gabby. She asked if I kissed a Blarney Stone when I was in Ireland, or I guess she didn't specify who you was.
We didn't go anywhere near County Cork, did we, with a Blarney Stone?
Nah, maybe next time. I would have loved to go. I think I had a fun time though. I like seeing I saw the ferry bridge. That was basically what I wanted to see. And I almost gave everybody a heart attack while
you literally did. I mean, it wouldn't have killed you to be a little bit more careful.
I was being absolutely careful. That was me being careful.
I was not careful at all.
I was being sure-footed. I was making sure that my feet were steady on the ground before I continued moving on.
For those of you who don't know, she was, really risking life and limb to take some pictures when we went to the ferry bridge.
I'll have to send you pictures, Gabby.
I mean, to be fair, Gabby, so did I, considering I fell asleep 10 minutes into it.
10 minutes into the Ireland trip?
The Ireland trip show, the one we did when we got home. I was exhausted.
Yeah.
Physically and mentally. Does anyone watch Chris Hanson? I used to watch To Catch a Predator. I don't watch his YouTube channel now, because anybody over the age of 50 doesn't need to be on YouTube. Sorry.
Wow. That's a lie. What are you talking about? I do watch Chris Hanson from time to time, but didn't they have some stings that, like, didn't they have some controversy over some of their stings not too recently?
Yeah, well, Onision called the police on him when they showed up at his house.
Listen, Onision needs to go to prison.
Onision does need to go to prison. Not even allegedly, he absolutely needs to go to prison. He's broke, I believe, at the moment. He's lost his channel. He's lost his Patreon.
Yeah.
Which is good. I've got no sympathy for him. Entitled brat.
I should record myself playing some video games. Maybe Gabby would appreciate some of mine.
I mean, there's no making Gabby happy. She didn't like Dead by Daylight. She didn't like Phasmophobia. Doesn't like Hard Space Shipbreaker.
I have watched you play this so much, and to me, it's very relaxing.
It's like one of the most relaxing games on the planet.
It's so chill. I could watch you play it for hours. I don't know why.
3D puzzle game.
Yup.
I just wish there wasn't a time limit. You think Chris Hanson's a creep as well, or Onision? SoFlo, sorry. I used to love To Catch a Predator. I watched that all the time because I was living in America when that came out, and I used to watch that all the time. Dateline. That was good stuff.
Mm-hmm. It was good stuff.
I think it was bollocks it got taken off the air, if I'm honest.
Why did it get taken off the air?
Right, so I have to be careful what I say here because YouTube gets funny. There was, you know what they do, right? They
catch predators.
They catch predators, and occasionally they catch predators that don't want to be caught. They caught a dude who was not happy about being caught to the point where he said, "I'm sorry" to the police when they turned up at his house, and then sort of self-deleted.
Oh. Well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was a member of one of those families.
Oh.
The movers and the shakers.
The ones with the money enough to go, oh, not my son.
Yeah, they should be able to diddle as many kids as they want.
That's right. Them's the rules.
Yeah, but so that happened, and the family used their political power to get Catch Predator cancelled, which I think is ridiculous. Yes, he's going to get caught also. Again, SoFlo, you didn't say if you're talking about Chris Hanson or Onision.
Yeah, which one's creepy? Well, I mean, are they both creepy? Or are you saying that Onision's creepy? Because yes.
Absolutely. Chris Hanson, I've never thought Chris Hanson was creepy, more sort of desperate these days. But he's got a really good voice, Chris Hanson, though. God, I hope it doesn't turn out that he's a sex
cheeto.
Yeah, that would upset me if he was a fan of cheese pizza. I think
that would upset everybody of cheese pizza. Not cheese pizza.
Likes a bit of the cheese pizza, a bit of the old CP.
Yep.
But yeah, Joe Biden is creepy. Can people make up their minds? I thought he had dementia.
Well, you can be creepy and have dementia. It's not mutually exclusive.
Thank you, SoFlo. Right, so Chris Hanson is the creepy one.
Huh. What makes you say that?
Yeah, I'm interested now, SoFlo.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm invested. This isn't a we're gonna yell at you. This is a why?
Yep. Absolutely want to know. Tell your kids not to go near the president. I mean, yeah, but you could say that for 90%
any
of
president.
Yeah.
Any politician. Or keep your children away from politicians.
Absolutely. Maybe not Bill Clinton.
Bill absolutely Clinton, don't allow him around there. Nah, Bill Clinton's known for raping and yada. His wife paid off all of his.
Yeah, but they were adults, not like.
Oh, that's just true. But he did go to Epstein's island several times, along with every other president we've had forever.
See, that's how I absolutely would have voted for Trump in that election. Like, I know that's an unpopular opinion. I don't want to get but the choice between him and Hillary Clinton, and let's face it, That's what it is. I'll
Yeah.
pick him. I will pick him over Hillary
It
Clinton.
was such a turd sandwich of choices. It was so bad. It was like, do you want to get screwed or get screwed? Cool. Yep.
It's a tagline to the Alien versus Predator movie. No matter
Yeah.
who wins, we lose.
Exactly. That's what it was. Which turd is shinier?
But yeah, I would have voted for Trump over Hillary Clinton. He's just a bored rich kid. She's like evil.
Sometimes you just write in your vote and get yelled at by an entire group of people that are very upset at your voting. How dare you? Like,
How
I
dare
hate
you
all of
vote the way you wanted to?
I hate it. If you really cared about people, you would have voted for Hillary. Nope.
No.
Nope. You can't make me.
Yeah.
I refuse. You know what?
Absolutely.
I'm with all those people that voted for Kanye in Tennessee over either of those guys. Give me a crazy bipolar. I'm down.
I mean, yeah, bipolar is a pretty fun condition when they're on their manic swing.
Soflo says that the way that Chris expresses himself, he comes off as odd. Maybe he's got a little. Maybe he's. Maybe he's just not a. I don't know. I don't see it as coming off odd. Maybe he just.
I'll tell you what it is. He sounds like you. Have you ever got one of those recording, a phone call, and it's a recording?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you have won a prize. Just give us
Yeah.
your credit. That's what Chris Hanson sounds like. He sounds like one of those people, one of those machine
Yeah,
people.
I can see that. Yeah. He's a machine people. Let's start that. Let's start that conspiracy theory.
I love this. I love this. Instead of reptilians, the machine people. Is
The
he
machine people.
and never ever use person? It always has to be
People.
machine. Yeah,
Machine
he's a
people.
machine people. He's brilliant. We're starting our own conspiracy theory here. Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm here for
Machine peoples.
it.
That's why, Paul Rudd and Keanu Reeves and them, they haven't aged. They're machine peoples.
There's machine peoples.
AI
What
is
we
absolutely real, and I am both terrified and excited over the prospect of the future
I
in
am.
AI.
I'm like sorted. Though I'm as sound as a pound. I know how to do stuff, change plugs, build stuff. So when AI takes over, I'll be the one making all the money because everybody won't know how to build stuff.
Yeah,
Trump is a creep, so flow, absolutely, but he's better than Hillary Clinton.
I think they're both atrocious, and I hate them both, and I refuse to vote for either of them. And this year, like this election, is going to be awful too because I have a feeling it's going to be Trump Biden, and I hate them both. No one wants Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, I just yeah. It's just the best we could do. Like
It's the best their money could buy. They don't care about us or what we want. They're easily bought by whoever their constituents are. That's all it is. I really have zero
but can you
faith.
even remember the last time there was a politician you actually gave a shit about?
Uh, I
Like,
mean, eh,
I'll open that one
no.
up to the chat as well. SoFlo, Gabby, whoever else is listening, when was the last time there was a politician you actually gave a shit about?
Okay, I would say that the closest one I would say that about would be Bernie Sanders. And that wasn't even all of his policies. There were certain things, there are things I really respect that man for, like the fact that he tried to break it, like our Senate, I think it was our Senate, like got into a huge fight. And Bernie was the one going, you guys are like in a position where you can't be acting like a bunch of school kids like high schoolers threatening to go outside because they were threatening to take it outside. But I respect the fact that if Bernie says that he's going to vote one way, he's voting that way. Whether it pisses everybody off, that's what he's going to do. And he's consistently voted that way. Whereas Hillary and Trump, they vote whichever the hell way they want to and suits them at the time. And they give lip service to wherever they're talking at the time. So Hillary will say one thing towards one demographic and then go and say something totally different towards somebody else. Bernie has always stood by, and that's why I like him. I don't know if I would I don't know if he would do good for president, but I do like him as a politician.
Oh, I know what we haven't brought up yet on the
What?
show. How I was totally right about Jodie Foster.
Oh my god. You weren't. But you should save it for next week and find the clip, and then you could be like, listen, I'm totally right.
No. I'm gonna save it for when I've got the clip handy. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're still wrong, but at least a cartoon is helping you feel validated, and I'm very happy for you to find that.
I was proven right by science.
You were proven right by a cartoon about conspiracy theories.
It's still right, still proven right. So can't argue with facts. Can't argue with science.
Gabby says, "Wait. Is the question the last time there was a politician, or the last time there was a politician in power?"
The question is, when was there a last time that there was a politician that you respected?
Correct, Gabby. Bernie is a politician that cares about the people, but he doesn't win. And that's really sad. But he is a politician that I care about, whether he's in power or not. But isn't he's like a is he House Speaker now? I don't remember. Anyway, you're right. He doesn't win. He doesn't win, but he's great in whatever. He's the last one for me.
Yeah, hasn't been a British politician I cared about. They've got increasingly dodgy names as well.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all do have dodgy names.
Like Keir Starmer and Richie Sunak. And I'm just like, what kind of names are those? Seriously. Jimmy Carter cares about people.
Isn't he dead now?
Probably. It's like, I don't know. He might still be alive.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that much.
If he's still alive, he's old AF. But I thought he died like last year or something. Everybody loves Jimmy Carter. Let me see. Is he still alive? He is still alive. He is 99 years old.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. He was the 39th president from 1977 to 1981. So yeah, he old AF, but he's still alive. Oh, he's okay. He's on hospice.
Oh, so
that's sad.
Hopefully he makes 100.
Yeah, that would be great. Unlike Betty White, who was like 3 days shy or something stupid like that. Poor lady. That made me sad.
She was great.
She really was. We lost Matt Perry too, who was also great. I love him.
He had a lot of demons though.
He really did. I would like to read his book. Just out of curiosity. But yeah, I heard he had a lot of demons. He's probably, a lot more peaceful now than what he was.
Yeah. Poor guy.
It's Bob Barker. Yep.
Oh, Barker's still alive? No way.
Spay and neuter your pets all. And your
Yeah.
strange friends and relatives.
He's been old my entire life.
Right? Yeah. Bob Barker's been old my entire life too.
That's horrible.
We're old.
Yeah. We're so old. It's over for us.
Yep. Might as well call it now.
Yep. Call it a day. Suicide pact.
Yep. Might as well not even finish cleaning my room.
I didn't know you'd started.
You're such an asshole.
Oh, that was brilliant. The before and after picture. Oh, it was legendary.
I dislike you.
Yeah. Anyway,
We're-
are we done? I think.
Yeah, I think we're done.
I think we're done. Okay. So thanks for listening, everyone. We will return next week, despite the hopes of many. It's good night from me, and it's good night from Niki. Good night, everyone. I gotta be honest, babe.